What up, world? This is Nick. Just wanted to talk today about, the word healthy. The word healthy gets thrown around a lot, and I think we use it in a lot of different contexts. When somebody comes to me and they are talking about their own nutrition and health and they say that they are very healthy, the first thing I ask them is, what do you mean by that? Because I think people use it in two major categories. People use it from the standpoint of being healthy from a micronutrient outlook, and then also from a macronutrient outlook. People who are healthy from a micronutrient outlook are typically, eating a large diversity of foods. Their vitamins and their minerals and their hydration are all in check. They're optimizing the biological processes in their body by eating these healthy foods. People who are healthy from a macronutrient standpoint are in control of their energy intake and output on a daily basis. These people usually have lower body fat and are kind of considered fit by nature. They're not underfed, they're not overfed, and these two are very different, distinctive elements of health. So obviously you can have people that lie in either category or have a combination. So I'll use myself as an example. I eat like crap compared to what most people think I would because, at the end of the day, my whole theory is I want to get my calories in, and if I have to short myself on a micronutrient basis, I'm okay with that. And so sometimes when I'm really busy, that leads to some very unhealthy eating from a micronutrient standpoint, but I always keep my macronutrients in check. There's also people out there who have their micronutrients in check all the time. Those are the people that are constantly eating these healthy alternatives, but they still have a high body weight. And so that is, unhealthy in a macronutrient sense, but healthy in a micronutrient sense. And, that's very possible to have somebody who is a healthy fat person. Neither one of these are necessarily right or wrong. It's just something that we want to kind of keep our minds open to how we're using these contextually. The danger kind of zones is, if you have somebody who is unhealthy in a micronutrient sense and a macronutrient sense, they are overweight, they're eating too much, or they're underfed, they're not eating enough, and they don't have their nutrients in check and they have deficiencies, then those are the people who end up in the doctor's office feeling like crud. They don't know what they're doing. And I think that, there's actually a lot of people out there that are like this nowadays. And then, of course, the tip top, the peak people are the ones that are optimizing both of these. They have a high micronutrient health. All their vitamins and minerals and hydration are always in check, and then they also are maintaining a macronutrient health level where they're making sure they're not underfed or overfed, but they're kind of keeping that correct zone for their purposes. And this isn't, an argument on which is right or which is wrong. I think that most of the time, if you're going to say the word healthy, you should probably use it from the sense of micronutrients, and then maybe macronutrient health should be considered, fitness level or, body fat level or something like that. But, it's just something to keep in mind when we're using that term, when we're looking at people. You might look at somebody who has a six pack and is shredded and you say, man, that person's really healthy. They could be eating like crap and still maintaining that look. That's very possible for some people. And on the other side of things, if you look at somebody and they are overweight and they carry a lot of body fat around, you might say, oh man, that person's super unhealthy, when in reality they might have micronutrient health that far surpasses yours. So it's just something to keep in mind when we're looking at people and when we're talking about this word healthy. And yeah, that's kind of all I had for today. And just keep that in mind when you're looking and talking about people. So thanks. Toodles.